Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have an NA Sunday night fight for you. The first round here is the Hagerstown Turnpike. You're seeing an overview of that, followed up by our second map, which is Anderson's Counterattack. So it should be two good rounds tonight. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiments on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. So our teams for today on the Confederate side, you got the Army, Northern Virginia, 14th Tennessee, Sussex Brigade, Pennsylvania Army, 5th New Hampshire. They did just bounce over from USA to CSA, so appreciative of that, and we'll look at the numbers shortly. But on the Union side, you got the 30th Ohio, Irish Volunteer Brigade, I Corps, and 2 Corps. So our numbers for today, it's about 200 right now. Imbalance is still a little off. It is 8 in favor of Union. Confederates have 10 on artillery. Union has 8. So infantry in balance is roughly 6 players right now. Frontline reporters today. For your CSA perspective, you have Killer from the Army in Northern Virginia, and then you have Salty from the Irish Volunteer Brigade, manning the artillery. So it'll be nice to see the infantry, or I guess artillery view of that, because normally you have infantry guys. So CSA playing a pretty stark defense. A&V's holding really far forward right now. 30th is hitting them in the flank. You also have 6th Louisiana pushing forward, and they are swallowing up the A&V group that's up there. I-Corps was not rolling up. Union missing a lot of these shots, though. Like, all these shots are not hitting anybody. One guy, 2, 3. Okay, they're hitting some shots there compared to when I just mentioned a moment ago, but A&V still got kind of beat up there. CSA's playing a very somewhat aggressive approach. You'll see CSA holding these woods sometimes. Union can't go too far into them, which is why they'll like to hold back there. You'll see Union get close. They will roll up here like the IVB's doing, starting to get some nice shots on them. But this is a great start for Union. You have some engagements going on the far side here. Let's go check this out. You've got 5th New Hampshire and 14th Tennessee kind of holding near the point. And then engaging on the far side is a couple of the 6th Georgia skirmishers who are part of I-Corps. So you can see CSA is kind of in a bottleneck, but they have really good cover inside of those woods. Just looking down from a Union player's perspective, obviously you're looking into woods, you can't really see a lot. And so Union's going to have to get close or cap the point to draw CSA out and start dealing some damage. You can see IVB, they're taking some shots alongside the snake fence.
Move, I don't want to die. No.
In terms of the CSA line of defense, you got the 5th North Carolina on the far left with some 1st Delaware, 59th New York in the midst, twin banners to the right, mixed with A&V. On the far right, you see PA holding there. So, already to start, you could see Union's down a little bit of tickets. But it's nothing too significant for now. Now, I wonder, because Union shooting the CSA down is all fine and dandy here. CSA, like they are now, they're holding pretty far back in the woods. It's probably as far back as they go. If they could go back further, I would assume they would go back farther because that just makes sense, right? You can get further back into the woods, getting more cover. But I wonder if how the CSA will respond if Union caps that point. Because, I mean, you do have 5th New Hampshire and the 14th Tennessee over there, but it's nothing significant. Rip that guy. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. That's a cool part of it. You know, I'm not too fond of sitting and shooting for a long time, at least just watching it. It creates cinematic shots like this. Like, that just looks amazing.
I think we're silhouetting ourselves pretty good.
Yeah, you are. It doesn't really look like it from this side, but looking at this, that just looks so cool. So, for now, Union's kind of keeping this pace. It's been 5 minutes of the round, and Really, the fighting's been happening for 3 or so minutes. But I think the pace for Union has to increase in terms of the ticket loss. You do see some CSA starting to turn over to the right side here. Trying to hit IVB on the side. I'm a little surprised they would push themselves out here. Maybe they were taking too many casualties in the woods, but it's a little surprising that they would push themselves out a little more to where they're more visible. They're going to be way more visible here than in the woods line.
Yes, master. Oh, fuck.
So it looks like some of the CSA are starting to shift over to this side. You'll see sometimes CSA defend this side of the map as well. You have A and V shifting this way. Because CSA does have a little defilade here that they can use as cover. I don't know. You can kind of tell from Killer's View how they're just crouching, using that defilade as cover. Again, trying to avoid the casualties. It looks like 14th Tennessee and 5th New Hampshire have shifted over to the right to engage the 4 or 5 guys. And this kind of speaks to something big, is if we zoom out here, Union's not going to realize, but CSA is a little scattered out right now. So if they wanted to try to aggressively push up on the woods, they could try. Obviously, A and V could get some nice flanking shots, but it would be nothing significant. 2 core. Yokozuna is in charge again. I think we saw him last week as well in charge of the second round, so nice to see that again. It's a great online username, by the way. And they're pushing up to point, not capping, but they're just trying to pick up that pace. They see where CSA's at. They're trying to get closer. Artillery's shooting down. That killed 1. But they're trying to keep that pressure up. Tickets overall are slightly in Union's favor, which is what you would expect with the attackers having a percentage advantage in terms of tickets. If we look at, by we, I mean me, because I'm looking at it, you're watching the battle, but the ticket imbalance for the Hagerstown Turnpike is 24% in Union's favor. So, looking at the shootout, it's not really a 25% difference. If anything, it's a lot lower than that. So, CSA overall is getting more bang for their buck, but still losing. Two cores kind of shifting off. You did see CSA on the wood line turn and start facing them, taking shots over in that direction. A and V, or rather 14th and 5th New Hampshire, are starting to shift over a little more. Where's 2 core going?
The sun sucks.
Yeah, every match I've watched today is where the sun is like that. It looks beautiful, but it kind of hurts the eyes. It's like looking at the actual sun, except a little better for you. So it looks like 2 core is going to hold in the open here. Kind of spread themselves out nicely so that they're all in formation and start taking some shots at CSA, who is definitely more clumped up than they are. I'm surprised the CSA line is not spreading out like we see 2 core doing, but they're still shifting left. So, Union pushing up to the snake fence. I guess they can get pretty far down. I didn't realize they could hold here. You don't normally see it too often. 30th Ohio shifted up there. And you can see CSA holding back. CSA has been losing some tickets. They're about 1/4 of the way to engaged. So 10 minutes in. Can maybe do that 3 more times. That'll get you to break. So the pace that Union is going right now will hit the CSA in the breaking at about that 5-minute mark. Which Union will definitely want to pick up that pace just so they're not stressed with time as things progress.
Great shot. Damn, that's a lot of casualties. He was about to kill me. I'm not sure how I feel about that. 90% sure he took my lunch money.
Hey, low no, boys, low no. I don't know if we have any targets.
Would you say that K Company
I can hear you now.
Dude, just
Because I would not say that.
play that shit. I heard that shit. You better play it.
Dude.
Was it Christmas music? I don't know. I mean, 30th Ohio, they're playing their tunes. But anyways, Union Artillery's finally rolled up to the top of the hill. Looks like they're getting some shots off right now. You can kind of see Salty. Is he rolling a gun? What is he doing? Oh, he is. He's turning a case on. Okay, that makes sense why he was moving slow. So Artillery is still trying to move things up. That's the thing with the Hagerstown Turnpike is not this. CSA pushed out aggressively towards the 30th. You know, how funny is it that the moment something significant happens, I'm looking away. Yeah, but that's how it be sometimes. But they pushed out. 30th Ohio is kind of white. CSA looks like they're falling back into the woods. So it looks like they just saw 30th Ohio. Maybe thought they were alone. Popped out. Got some great shots on them. Did a significant amount of damage. And now they're falling back. Now in terms of the tickets, I don't know how beneficial it is to them. And it's about a fourth of morale stage difference, which is the 25% ticket imbalance that we were mentioning earlier.
He grabbed my chef and I said, wow, you're not very bad at that. You're quite good. I said.
You fucking creep.
T-Bird hiding in the bushes, getting a kill there. But CSA's down 2 engaged. Union's at an okay pace right now. Preference would probably be to pick it up, but Hagerstown is a hard map to win as Union. For some reason, over the years, it's been quite interesting because the map was considered Union biased by a considerable amount. And then as the higher pop servers, we saw the Defender bias start to show up. And Defenders are going to win more often, but that started also kind of correlating to the lower pop maps as well. And this is probably the most furthest back we've seen the CSA team this entire game. Obviously, you got the CSA in the woods, but 14th Tennessee, 5th New Hampshire is the furthest back they've been. I saw some PA tags there as well. You got A and V off on this right side here.
A little tight here on this left. Just space it out, boys.
Oh, we pushed the little guys off.
Taking shots
Rod.
back and forth with Union in the open field. Not really going to retain too many casualties there. So IVB stayed up here. 30th Ohio, it looks like they have repositioned around, but when is the CSA, or rather when is the Union gonna make a more aggressive move? CSA has honestly been the most aggressive team up to this time. I-Corps is making a little move though, pushing up to the wood line. They took a couple hits. I don't know how much damage they're dealing here. CSA is pushing out to engage with this.
Give it, boys. Give it to her. Give it to her. They fucked up. They fucked up. They fucked up. Give it to her. Put him in that fucking back. Huncho, let's take the hill. I don't know about all that, Bubba.
I agree with Huncho.
I know you want to. I want to too, but there's like 3 or 4 of them right there, right here still.
No advantage of CSA taking that hill. If they wanted to defend it, they would have rushed there at the beginning of the game. But even then, that's really hard to do. So, Sussy Brigade's playing pretty aggressively in this wood line. Where did the 30th Ohio go? They're underneath me. And they're starting to get some nice shots into Sussy Brigade, who is positioning themselves on that snake fence. I'm surprised we're not seeing... Obviously, I-Corps got a little beat up there, but I'm surprised they're not kind of going right here. You have some cover with the bush. You're a little silhouetted, but I'd say the biggest contribution to CSA losses and tickets is probably Sussy Brigade right now. And Union finally hitting engage 15 minutes into the match.
Oh my god, kill it!
Okay.
Ethan gets away. How did he get away? Not a smart decision. Again, you're just risking those out of lines that, as a defending team, you can't have. Out of line, you're going to be the... That's going to add up very quickly, and Jigsaw just died. Rest in peace, Jigsaw. Sassy Brigade pulling back further in the woods. And this is fine and dandy for CSA. I like that they're holding back for the most part. They're avoiding the ticket drain. Obviously, they're losing tickets. That's going to happen. It looks like maybe 14th Tennessee and 5th New Hampshire moving down here. They are. So they're kind of taking up to where Sussy was a moment ago. And Union is... Oh, they were capping point for a second. But this works great for CSA. Just because you're killing that black timer, not taking a whole lot of casualties. But Union's responding to this as they should. I think they eventually do have to cap this point. CSA not really in a good position to contest. Actually, it's 6th Georgia and 5th VA on point capping. A&V is really far away. 14th Tennessee and 5th New Hampshire kind of pulled off that point. So, Union's going to cap. And this is great. It's going to stop that timer. CSA is going to regain probably a 4th of a morale stage right now. If they retake the point instantly, which Union's not capping it now. Is the artillery for CSA preventing this cap? Oh, 5th New Hampshire's here. I thought they stuck with 14th. I mean, these guys might have been preventing it. Doug and... Yeah, Doug's the only one on artillery here. Interesting. So Union will cap. CSA doesn't have an opportunity to regain some tickets. And with not a lot of Union near point defending it, CSA should move in quickly. You have 14th Tennessee starting to push up to the point. You can see these skirmishers for the Union that capped. They're spread out now. And you can see A&V's gunning it in. 2 Corps from the top side, collapsing down to the point. Union needs to lose some tickets right now or start contesting this point to make sure this counterattack's a good thing, not a bad thing.
Keep shooting the flag. Aim low. Aim low.
And you do have Union desperately moving over here. This doesn't look well coordinated from Union. Because unless they charge in and contest this, they just let the CSA gain a 4th or a 3rd of a morale stage right now. So 30th Ohio's rolled alongside 2 Corps. I'm shocked Union's not charging in to contest this. Because normally with this, you want to bring everybody's tickets down with a counterattack. You have I Corps getting up in there. They're not capping.
Get it spread out. Spread out. Spread it out. Spread it out. There you go. Let's get it spread out.
Oh, yeah. Jerry survived there for a minute. But it looks like Union's going to let this happen because the moment CSA retakes this point, I assume CSA is going to fall off. And if that's the case, Union should just retake that point instantly.
Right. He said get on the fence, get on the fence, shift right, get on the fence.
IVB still having a little tango with Sussy Brigade in the woods. And Union's actually taking the point back.
Oh, they are friendlies. Okay.
I Corps pushed up a little further. That CSA flag is down for 14th Tennessee, which they might have charged. Unless that's them. No, 14th Tennessee must have charged. That's why their flag is down there. I don't know how I missed that. But IVB's pulled off. Sussy Brigade's going to take advantage and try to start hitting the Union from behind. Who do we have going here? 5th North Carolina. Twin Banners in front. Senior Daz and 30th Ohio turning their way now. And this is what Union needs during the counterattack. Obviously, if they hold for 9.5 minutes, that's great. But Union needs to drop enough tickets so that CSA can't really regain a whole lot. And on top of that, not go up to a significant amount of tickets. Because Union wants to bring everybody down, which is the point of the counterattack. So, IVB engaging. 30th Ohio is wiped. So Confederates go down to taking losses doesn't really mean anything. Because remember, if they retake the point, they'll go up to the percentage of tickets that the Union team is at, since Union is the attackers now considered defenders. Union tickets are really the only thing that matters. The only time the defending team, now the attacking team, which is CSA in this case, the only time their tickets matter is if they go down to their last stage, which, because they're the attackers now, they'll hit final push, which means that gold timer would drop to a few minutes, but I doubt we're going to see CSA drop 2 morale stages in a matter of 8 minutes. A and V, some of them are charging in. I don't know if they're trying to save the flag. They're definitely not charging this. Why are they charging? This is, oh. PA's going in. A and B and PA went very scattered in there. Corn Pop gets that flag out, which is good for them. You could see Sussy kind of rolling up on the left, and I think that's 14th Tennessee probably in the distance on the south-southwest, top left side of your screen. They're starting to collapse. That point is being held by Union right now. Sussy's hitting from the side. 14th is collapsing. It looks, CSA is starting to make some ground, but if the rest of the Union team collapsed, like 30th Ohio collapsed over here, Union would probably prevail. The longer they wait, though, the CSA is going to get the respawns in. You could say the same for Union. No downed Union flag so far. And here comes 30th Ohio.
Get your flag, get your flag! Good shit.
Get the flag, boys.
Come on, you sons of bitches! Boo!
Make sure the flag stays up and hold the fence, boys.
And, oh my, Union artillery just, I think, hit the wrong guys in the midst of that. Another Union artillery. I don't know who shot that, but yeah, 30th Ohio came in reinforced, and Union wins that charge, going down to taking losses now. Huge, by the way. And I might stand corrected in that CSA could have final push.
Push up to the fence, go!
2 Corps getting a little more in there. Getting up on these straight. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. The fence blowing up like that. They're getting closer, using a little bit of cover there. And we're at 6 minutes, halfway through this counterattack. And CSA has not made a dent. Sussy Brigade reforming on the left side. CSA has all their flags. And this poor CSA guy is over here just getting overshot, or outshot. So Union down to taking losses. What's CSA gonna do? The charges have been a little discombobulated. But Union's just playing this very well right now. You have CSA charging out the artillery on top. They're starting to run away. Which,
Right, we hold right here,
you get a few out of lines here that causes Union to go down, meaning you're not going to regain as many tickets. Maybe they think artillery from the Union is being that much of a nuisance to where they'll take them out.
These motherfuckers, don't let them go away.
You do have some Union shifting over that way to deal with the CSA. 30th Ohio's over there right now.
Kill those Confederate pricks. They tried to shoot me.
Flag up.
Hey, get the flag up, brother. Gay twink, whatever.
Kill them pricks. Kill them. Shoot them.
4.5 minutes on that counterattack. Union's probably going to be able to do this. Looking at our numbers, it's a 10-man imbalance in favor of Union. Artillery-wise, Union has 2 less guys on artillery, so it's an 11-man imbalance overall in favor of Union. It definitely looks and it definitely feels like that. You got 1st Corps starting to shift down here right now.
Go get them.
to get close.
They got their officers. Spread it out. Spread it out. Spread it out, boys.
I'm recrossing.
One person per post.
Yeah.
And some of the CSA going in from Sussy. Rest of the CSA are not charging in here, so I don't know why they're getting close. The problem with these engagements here from CSA is they're causing Union to lose tickets, meaning they're not going to be able to regain as many. But also, these close shootouts here, they're not wiping the Union off the ground. These Union guys are going to be respawning in pretty quickly. That's why shooting out doesn't really do much anymore.
Anything that fucking moves.
Which means you got to play more aggressive. AMD's charging to the point. 2-core might collapse on this. You got 14th Tennessee, PA here as well. Assume 5th New Hampshire's in the mix. Union's winning that point. 2-core's probably coming along the backside.
Yeah, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Yeah, they're charging through the behind side of the point. Charging a little close here. Kind of hard to tell. I think Union's going to win. Yeah, Union's winning. 2-core is going to collapse, wiping this half of the CSA push. And the CSA on the left here are taking way too long to get over. So, good hold there from Union. At least, this should be a good hold. CSA, Sussy Brigade, making some ground. Flag bearer running out when he doesn't need to. These Union flag bearers are kind of selling it for CSA unless they were told to retreat, but now they kind of have to. So,
Save your pistols closer. Save your pistol.
those Union flags kind of fell out quickly, and I think if those Union flags turn around, they could have a chance and still hold this. CSA respawns are trickling their way out towards the point. Union wave starting to move in it. I mean, if they hold for another minute 43, they will win the game. So you might as well do this. CSA is going to hit final push, which doesn't matter. And CSA respawn wave is here on the point. If anything, this will just knock both sides down to breaking, which is what you want as Union. We'll see how low Union gets in breaking, though. They'll for sure hit breaking. You have some Union, 30th Ohio, they're sitting back shooting. CSA goes down to final push, doesn't matter. That gold timer sometimes would drop, but it's so low that it doesn't. And CSA starting to countercharge this right now. It is a mess. So, zooming out, it looks like CSA is going to hold this out. No downed Union flags or downed CSA flags. That shot landed in the middle, but hasn't exploded. Or maybe the cannon was shot in the middle of the line, who knows. But regardless of what happens here, CSA is going to retake. They're going to go up to a high breaking, which Union's throwing bodies away right now, which is a good idea. Because that means CSA, again, won't be able to regain as many, although I don't like the flag being so far up because Union just lost that. So, high breaking on both sides. CSA lose point. They lose the game automatically. And so, Union's got 27.5 minutes to kind of do what they want.
Come on, Dirt.
So we'll see what happens here. You have Union shifting off to the left. It's probably going to be 2-core because that's where they were early. Oh, it's 30th and 2-core. Actually, it's 2-core. I looked at Chunky, who had the flag, and assumed all of that was 30th Ohio. But you got IVB, I-core up on this, starting to take shots. CSA is concentrating on point. If anything, it's time for artillery to do its thing. Look at this artillery action. So, CSA is really in a not great spot. Union artillery is going to fire. It's going to be dealing some damage. Union infantry is playing this well. They're spreading out a decent bit. Confederates were very clumped up on the point. You can see they're starting to fall back, so they don't get hit as much, spread out. So, who's on point for CSA? 14th Tennessee taking the brunt of that. You got Sussy Brigade, PA, kind of in the artillery. 5th North Carolina up there. You have some guys out here. 5th New Hampshire out on that side. I don't know where A and V's at. I mean, they might just... Oh, yeah, they are. They're back a ways. Looking through the binos. Oh, that looked weird. that guy's face was a ghost. So, Union was winning that shootout at the beginning of the match, and they're continuing to win it right now. It's about a fourth of a morale stage difference right now, and CSA trying to spread out a little farther. 14th Tennessee beaten back. CSA is still on point. These guys on the edge of it are somehow on point.
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Right.
So, let's see what happens. Union's forming like a 4. Never mind, it's a U. They're forming marching band symbols on the field. So, you could see CSA, they're trying to keep that point contested, which they're starting to lose it. If I were Union, I would send a few guys up and start capping this point, because Union's trying to hit them in the last stand. CSA's trying to avoid that, so they're falling back as far as possible. You got to keep CSA near that point to kind of keep this pace going. You have plenty of time, so you don't necessarily need to do it, but it's a great idea. So you see IVB starting to send up a few guys right now. IVB sending a lot of guys up right now. 6 Georgia is there as well, part of I-Corps. And they're going to start capping this point. CSA is a little bit far from it, so it might take them a minute to get up here. More Union collapsing. The rest of IVB moving on the point right now. You have more Union pushing that way. 30th Ohio's on point. CSA starting to respond.
I want to return my officer's
You gotta
body
think about
to
the germs, though.
family.
Saucy Brigade starting to push up into the artillery. You got 14th Tennessee. A and V on the far side starting to collapse in. There's a lot of Union not near point, and it looks like 14th Tennessee and 5th North Carolina are going to charge IVB here, which this will hit CSA in the last stand. That artillery shot was kind of nasty. That one hit a Union guy.
You killed my boyfriend.
He's dead now, bitch.
No, you killed my boyfriend.
There they go. You can see 2 Corps is flanking around the far side of where A and V and 5th New Hampshire charged in. So all the CSA guys, once they die, they don't come back. And this should be a wrap to our first round of Hagerstown Turnpike.
Look at my flag!
Get it, you know, fucking get it.
Counter charge!
Kill this officer, he is gay.
Well done game from Union. You started the shootout. You were dealing a great pace. CSA responded accordingly. That was a canister shot. But CSA responded accordingly. They fell back. They tried to preserve their tickets as much as possible. And then the Union responded as they should. They capped that point. Oh, people were deloading and loading in at the same time. But Union capped that point, held it for a long time, brought everybody's tickets down so that both sides were at breaking. You had 27 minutes on that clock. You shot them down for a while. CSA responded really with the only thing they can do, and they started retreating off that point because they don't want to hit last stand because they were losing that shootout. And Union followed that up by making the right decision by going in, starting that cap, forcing an engagement, bringing CSA down to last stand. I mean, when you really break it down like that, both sides did what they need to do. It's just as the attackers, Union get to choose what happens, and Union was making all the right decisions, which we can see why Hagerstown is a Union biased map, even though CSA has kind of done well. So this is a pretty good playbook on part of Union, and we will see you all shortly for round number 2. Alrighty, here we are with round number 2. It's 202, imbalance is 10 towards Union side. No artillery for CSA as they don't have it. Union has 4. Cloud is now your CSA frontline reporter as someone has decided to go commentate with me. Would you like to introduce yourself, Killer?
I am him.
Well, there we go. Simple as that. So, how does CSA win this map?
Well, the plan for this one is they're going to try and full push the CSA right, Union left, which it looks like the Union anticipated because they have nobody on the left and everybody on the right, so I don't think that's going to work out well for them.
It's almost as if the CSA mostly go down this side.
Yeah, I mean, they can either push up this right flank, which they're about to do, and take that big rock set, another one where the Union guys are standing on. That's always a good position. Or they swing to the left side, capture the point, and have like an open shootout across the field, which can benefit the defenders, especially capping point, because it forces the defenders to come out of their little sacred rock position.
And it looks like CSA is actually going to overwhelm this initially. 2 cores starting to collapse, or 30th Ohio, sorry.
I hope they didn't bring their flags with them.
CSA did bring some flags. Let's see, 1 down flag. I think Union's going to hold. Actually, that down flag is Union.
No, sorry. I see 3 flags running away.
There we go. That was a great charge, even though CSA didn't win the ground. Tickets-wise, it's about a 4th of morale stage difference right now in CSA's favor, so that's a great start.
They got 2 flags now, which is surprising. There's still a couple CSA guys alive. Scrapping.
It's Cloud. Cloud's up there.
Oh, go on, Cloud.
He died.
Oh.
He
did die.
Oh,
Hunter slipped it.
I got you, AB. Who is
Wow.
your daddy, AB? Me, I'm the MVP.
Ticket-wise, though, they did come out pretty even.
They did indeed.
I thought that would have been an absolute whitewash, but to be fair, the group that came in and reinforced, they came in quite, I wouldn't say late, but they could have came earlier.
Let's see.
Because by the time they came in, the entirety of, like, the initial group, I think it was first corner mixture of IVB, was, like, wiped.
Yeah, Anderson's counterattack, according to this lovely list on the public officer Discord, it says it's a 10% ticket advantage towards CSA.
I don't like shootouts on Anderson's up the forest, because there's barely any cover, and it's terrible.
Envy has the best strategies. Aggression to the max.
We are the best regiment in the game, to be honest.
Envy knows.
Envy knows. We are the greatest, some would say.
So, CSA is gathering up. They're really all huddling behind this rock, questioning the dev Molex right now. Asking for horses. And we'll probably see CSA just do the same thing again, especially just because it worked with tickets. Huncho just said load and hold. So they're just going to keep doing this over and over again, it seems.
The Union actually has their artillery officer on these rocks as well.
That's going to change the tide.
It's an extra 6 bullets right there.
And we'll see how Union responds, because like you mentioned, Union They didn't go in late, but it was late enough to where it allowed the CSA to kind of wipe the Union holding on the rocks, which I-Corps is there right now. Here comes CSA.
Second Corps moved earlier this time, but they've swung around to the rocks. It's a very long, strung out charge from the CSA, to be honest.
Some Union guys are going over the rock, charging in, but 2 Corps is hitting where the CSA is mostly trying to hit around the right side of the rock from CSA perspective. Union's going to hold that, but Ticket's still in CSA's favor. Union artillery missed. I don't know if I've ever seen Union artillery shoot like that.
Oh, there's still a couple CSA guys left. There's still 5 of them.
I see one down CSA flag up front. Yeet Cannon has another. He's running. They're still trying to. Oh.
Oh, Ethan's alive with the pistol, and he missed.
There's 2 CSA flags up front right now. Oh, one of them down.
Oh yeah. Oh, someone's picked one up.
Get that flag out, get that flag out.
Hey, fuck all you guys.
I'm no Doug.
Hey!
Oh, Doctor.
That came down to engaged?
I did. Maybe I think that's better.
Corden and Doug are trash talking, and Corden's right. Doug is dead.
Oh my god, Dive Seas has the IVB flag. You guys should like.
How many times in a weekend do you think you put a Donald Trump voice on when you commentate?
I don't know. Maybe like 2 times. I don't know.
I mean, you did it at a U today.
I did?
You kind of just did it now. Yeah, you did.
Well,
I feel like you've gotten used to just doing it without even knowing. Like, you just did it right now and you don't even know.
well.
You're like, and he's right.
So
Doug
true.
is dead. So true. Doug is dead.
The IVB trip, when we were heading back, it was Collector, Sevi, I, and Royal Ace in a car. We dropped Royal off so we could go fly in an airplane. He wasn't doing the flying, but Collector and Sevi for 7 and 8 hours talked like Trump.
Hey, 6,
Straight the whole ride back. It was them impersonating Trump in conversation.
We you know Trump's like Gettysburg speech that he made.
Dude, that's such a good speech.
Yeah, we watched that when we were at Gettysburg, and it's fucking. We got it all clipped in our Discord.
That's
Just like
kinda
Gettysburg, wow.
You can't do it. Hi, listen to me.
Never fight uphill, me boys.
fight uphill.
Never fight uphill.
Which is
When
what
they
the
fought
CSA's
uphill,
doing.
and he said, "Wow."
Wow. Look at that. The CSA's starting to go left. Look at that. You know, they don't like the left, but PA does. Ninja's in front.
They don't like the left, but they have to.
They have to. The right, it's too far right for this country. We need to go further left, and that's what Ninja's leading right now.
I mean, they've kind of went a bit more central, actually.
Yeah, they're still to the right, though.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Center right.
And so CSA's kind of turning around. They are capping that point. Not all CSA's going in. Only about 10 or 15. The rest of the CSA is sitting
It's
back.
starting to move now. Oh, they've got a flag. Oh no.
What was this move
Why
by
did
Twin
they-
Banners in PA?
Keep loading, keep loading, keep loading.
It was terrible. What it was.
You have
Oh, now ANV's going. I hope he didn't delay.
You got 14 Tennessee's moving up as well. Tickets are still in CSA's favor, but that definitely closed the gap.
Oh, they managed to get that flag out though.
It's time.
And Ninja's somehow back alive already, leading the next charge. They're charging straight center of Union line.
It's kind of working though. CSA is kind of. I don't think the Union knows where to look at this point.
They're defeating them in detail. Yeah, that left Union group on the rocks needs to collapse over. Because this small...
If all the CSA group came in, it would actually do damage, because they're about to wipe these rocks.
They just wiped that Union group, and the Union on the left just sat there and kind of watched it happen.
Oh, Angel might die with his flag here.
And CSA cap whether on purpose or not.
They're running.
It doesn't seem like it was intentional.
Oh, the CSA still hasn't moved off that rock.
Finally, they can leave us alone.
I don't mind the cap.
They're behind us.
They don't want no
It's not the worst thing.
Union fire, southwest wind.
Oh shit, that's them west.
Right, boys. I ain't paying the revenue.
Right behind, shoot him.
Flag fall back, flag fall back.
So we'll see how quickly Union wants to move to try to retake this point. Obviously, quicker retake's going to help you out.
If I was the CSA, I'd pull back 2 point and hold on it, because they're gonna have to come to you eventually.
Wait, you mean the team attacking the point has to go to the point?
What's wrong with us?
Yeah, I
I
know.
didn't know that. And speaking of that, here comes Union.
It's a strange,
IVB's
yeah.
charging all by themselves.
Fucking flag.
very spread out too.
30th Ohio starting to move over. IVB is going to win that rock.
Look me, Red.
Oh, Life Eric's alive. Oh, he got another one. He got killed. Did they lose their flag?
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't think so.
CSA, like
Oh,
you.
but that other CSA group is now charging right to try and charge these rocks.
Why? I guess that's... That
Oh,
was,
it's like
that
3
was,
of
yeah,
them.
it was only 4 or 5.
Yeah, this is extremely
Southeast.
spread out.
But most of them are holding back near the point, as you were saying earlier. Just kind of waiting for the Union to hit them, but CSA is kind of spread out. They're not all together. You have some holding further back, which I don't know if... Is 14th Tennessee on point?
Yes, I believe so.
That might be what's capping the point then, and not this forward group. I don't know. I wish spectators had.
Both of them are on point. I think. Both of them are on point.
I wish spectators had an option to see the boundaries of cap.
Yeah. Looks like A&V's moved to the rocks.
Spread CSA.
Oh, they
out
pushed
a
up
little
on the
bit.
left. Actually.
When's Union gonna go in? They gotta make a move at some point. They're ahead on tickets. They're not gonna regain any. It's just everyone's losing.
A&V seems to be charging on point. Trying to clear the rock.
Hit 6 LA.
It's a very crap
Doug
charge
has your
though.
flag.
God damn it, no.
Oh god. They've taken the cannons off the CSA and they're using the caissons, which is quite nice.
Oh shit, you dead.
So CSA is about to hit taking losses. I mean, CSA is
What
very
CSA
spread out.
What CSA doesn't want to do is completely abandon the forest, because then the Union can just go down and cap it from the forest.
That's a very good point. And why isn't Union moving out to retake the point?
I'm pretty sure this son of a bitch shot me from
I mean, maybe they're thinking they're winning this engagement, so they're going to keep the counterattack for a while, because it's not like they're going to regain any tickets right now.
I just think all these random little small skirmish Rambo groups in the forest is what's losing the tickets for the CSA right now. Mainly Saucy Brigade, I will add. It's actually only Saucy Brigade. Oh, and they're about to get taken out by a Rambo complex.
He just...
Oh, he's just casually
he's being
running back.
replaced by
there's
Spurious.
Another IVB Rambo.
Dumb bitch.
The battle of the Owl Complex.
Oh!
Spurious, you just abandoned your buddy. Wow. Never fight downhill, me boys, with Rambos.
And he fought downhill. Then he died.
And you see, the IVB, they've fallen out of favor as of late. So, Union is about to go into taking losses. Union still hasn't moved out from their positions. We're almost halfway through the counterattack phase with nothing significant happening in terms
Yeah,
of...
because those 5 skirms over there, keeping them all on that rock, man.
They're still
Oh, some more IVB guys running down. Oh, Spurious went and got a load and ran back.
Well, Union's at taking losses. We see movement from the rocks. I-Corps is pushing in. IVB pursuing with...
Let the bodies hit the floor! Let the bodies hit the floor!
We're in FSU Stadium right now. Or the Kansas City Chiefs, but it's FSU's. Your little chant, and most of the Union teams
I was
moving out.
charging.
2-Core, I don't think's charging in yet. I think they're the group holding back, but I don't know.
Charge AB, charge AB.
CSA stole more bodies on point. 2-Core came in. They're coming in very late.
Yeah, ICO's swept up now.
Hey, behind us, behind us, behind us. Ethan,
And
Ethan, gun
2-Core is
behind,
the
gun behind,
only
gun
group
behind.
left,
South,
really.
my bad. Turn around behind you, Ethan.
But the CSA's got those back groups that's kind of still casually getting their loads and stuff, while it's that one group that's just fighting in a melee on those rocks.
What a win.
They are cleaning up shop. See, if I was the CSA now, I'd probably abandon point and push for those rocks that they were trying to take originally.
I mean, could you recommend they countercharge through because they beat Union bad?
Yeah.
Obviously they don't see, but they could get some flags.
I mean, you can kind of realize how many people you just killed, and all the flags are behind that log pile right now. If they counted it, they could get some juicy tickets.
I hear counter from
You just got
Poncho.
killed by someone who has a fetish for clowns, you weirdo.
Some of them are going in.
Get behind the wood, behind the wood, behind the wood, behind the wood, behind the wood.
They're coming. I said, wow, they're coming.
Divesy says they're coming. And Union's about to lose all their... One's down. Oh, maybe not. One is definitely down.
Yeah, they got one.
Corded picks it up.
Corded picked it up.
It's Hacho. I'll suck you. Come here. Come here.
Who's that?
Come here.
Who's that?
That
Yeah,
line is
try
Hacho.
and hit me. Try and hit me.
Ah,
Let's
bitch.
touch up. Oh, get fucked. Get fucked. You can't even get me. You got a stamina, bitch. You dead.
They are doing a pretty nice counter charge right now.
Alright, where's the star?
Poncho sucks, by the way.
Yeah, I watched that miss. That was pretty bad.
And then he died. He died like a dog. But CSA is winning on point. A little spread out, but obviously when you kind of charge like that, push out, you know, it happens.
Fucking hold, boys.
And
These 5th New Hampshire guys are they're just rambling. At this point, it's not even skirmishing. And Harkin, for some reason's over here.
it's about to enter the transfer portal.
Oh,
Billy Bob. Oh,
Billy Bob. Billy
what a
Bob.
shot from Harkin.
Harkin, you're alright, you can stay there. Oh, but the Derpa has successfully taken the rocks.
Hey, he's doing what you said. Can't really
Yeah.
complain about that. And Hudson's there too.
Reinforced by Hudson. Does Hudson see the 2 officers and that 1 private?
Oh, 5th New Hampshire versus 2 officers and a private.
They're not even I don't even think they know they're there.
Oh, Hudson
They
takes a
don't.
shot. Blurs takes a shot. No kills yet.
Oh, Derpa. Derpa's got a beautiful side view.
Missed.
Oh, he got one.
Oh,
he got one.
okay. I was looking at the officers. Also, I was kind of far away.
Oh.
IVB's charging
We're
out.
gonna defang
Through
your
the
pet
woods.
Oh,
snake,
Cole.
you can imagine.
They're trying to
Oh,
find
Cole
Brian.
gets one.
6 LAs
Oh,
to the
Cole
right of
gets killed.
IVB. I-Core's kind of heading straight for these logs.
And reload.
Union is about to go into breaking. CSA's back ahead on tickets, so they're going to regain. And then Union, I think they're trying to cap on the wood side, like you mentioned. Do they have
Yeah.
the numbers, though? Union has an imbalance of about 8 or 9 guys right now.
Keep shooting. Thank you, Pep.
Yeah.
Do you know if the point is raw numbers or a percentage of your team?
Numbers.
Numbers? Okay, that's what I thought.
2-6.
Trying to calculate a percentage would be interesting. IVB's actually charging out, so they're not holding in the wood side. CSA is holding firm. So IVB's charging out.
Ico goes in, that would distract him pretty.
2-Core now charging in from the wood. After IVB goes in, now I-Core. So I-Core, the cores are going in together.
Oh, that I-Core first core, second core charge looks successful. If that other group went in, whoever that is, a mixture of respawns.
A&B charging in. As Doug said, it's about time.
Hold this fucking shit.
He blamed the entire last game on me, you know.
Actually,
Learn how to charge.
Yeah. Oh, this is a close melee though.
it's going to depend on the flag. CSA has all the flags on the backside. Union has 1 flag. that keeps getting shot. And CSA still holding 2 minutes left on that clock.
CSA is pushing them back.
CSA counter-charging. And they're going to get that flag, hopefully. Yeah. CSA just might win this. I mean, they're probably going to win regardless, but win on the cap. I mean, Union's got 2 down flags. Some of these 5th NC guys and others are charging towards Senior Daz and Salty.
Oh, and there's another flag.
Fuck you, bitch, I'm honcho, you can't whoop me. I fucking whoop my own ass. Ah.
I don't like when Huncho like moans after he stabs. He's going like,
Oh, I don't hear that. I just heard the noise he made when he died. I'd have to look back in the footage. Union's trickling in from main. Less than a minute left now. And I don't think Union's going to win. CSA is slowly going to get those respawns in quickly. Union's moving in like a snake.
I've only got 6 respawns left. That's not game in yet. Hey, this could be the 20-minute game you were looking for.
I know. I'm going to go play the new game I got, which I probably won't play because I'm actually probably going to go to bed after this. At least that's what I tell myself.
Yep. I was meant to be at work at 9, but I just said, listen, I'm going to take the day and I'll just do 3 10-hour shifts to make up for my other shift.
There we go.
Exactly.
4 10-hour days seems more appealing to me than 5 8-hour days.
Exactly.
So, I think a 3-day weekend's better than 2. Obviously, that just makes sense. But Killer, your thoughts of the round?
Weirdly successful for the CSA, considering how crap their charges were. I think the Union could have been a bit more organized on the counter-attack. But they held the left rocks until the very end, which is good. And the CSA managed to win, which is also good. Envy knows.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, thank you all for being here. Good CSA win. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. We have a Patreon where we live stream all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment on the bottom of our videos and get raw gameplay footage of everything we cover with no commentary and UI. Besides that, though, we have our Discord and merch. But I appreciate you all being here. It means the world. Great to do this every weekend. And we will see you with some pub matches tomorrow and Ghost of Antietam on Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of your night.
Great job.